Welcome back to the channel, Mopar Life. We're at Texas Motor Speedway. Gonna see some really cool Mopars. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go, baby! Welcome to Texas Motor Speedway 2023. This was the WAM show, Mopar Heaven, and I'm not sure exactly what WAM stands for. I'm assuming Wild About Mopars, or it could be Wild ASS Mopars. I don't know. But either way, this was a very cool Mopar show. They had just anything you could possibly imagine. Tons and tons of theme builds. This one here was built around sharks. They have one that was Terminator, the Joker, Scary Movie. I mean, just anything you could think of. It seems like it just left to anyone's imagination to come up with a theme for their car and build it their special way. And I thought that was awesome because we loved going around and you could see everybody's personality in all the cars. So unfortunately, I couldn't play the live audio here because there was music coming out of everywhere. Every section of Texas Motor Speedway had music, which was awesome when we were there. But as far as for the video is concerned, it's all copyright. I can't put it on here, but I still wanted to show you guys that weren't able to make it, that love Mopars, some of these really cool builds. My son and I basically just walked through it and used the GoPro to film everything. And I want to put it on here just for what it's worth, and anybody can check it and see the cool theme builds and hot rods and muscle cars and Mopars and maybe get some ideas. I don't know. It was just awesome. I bet you there were probably 1,000 cars there at least because there were several sections, indoor, outdoor, and it was pretty amazing to see everything. So just join along with us as we walk through the Mopar Heaven 2023 show at Texas Motor Speedway. And be sure and put down in the comments what your favorite car was, or even better, if you were there, which car was yours, because there was some really cool builds. And hopefully somebody watching this had a car there and can comment about it, because we saw about every one we could find, and we had a great time over there. So enjoy. Look how unique this wrap is. I'm not sure if it's going to show up on here, but you can see it's like iridescent in the white part. Like more than just like a balloon white. It was really, really cool looking. And then this wrap with the claw marks going down the side, really cool. And this one full of triangles. I've never seen that before, but it was pretty neat and definitely very unique, just like everything else at the show. And of course, check out Pennywise car. This one was really well done wrap. It had all of the It themed material all on the sides, and very cool. And of course, later on you'll see this wasn't the only It themed car that was there. So can you imagine you've got a really specific car, and then you show up to a car show and somebody else also has your same theme, but nonetheless, they were both very awesome. Now, this was one of the indoor sections. There were two indoor sections, and I'm assuming this is the judged area. I'm not too sure. This car here, me and my son really liked. It was a 2014 Challenger built into like a Baja-style car. And this guy, you can see him filming right there. He had a YouTube channel. They gave me a card, says, "Build it with Boose," Boose. And I'm excited about watching his content and see how he built that car. Because you saw it in the beginning of the video. It sounded really cool. And, of course, looks awesome. You know, not unlike, it's kind of like a car version and a T-Rex and a Baja. I don't know. It was pretty cool. We liked it a lot. And anyway, and then, of course, the Oracle was there, and they had all their light shows on some of these vehicles. And just look at the detail on these wraps. It's crazy. And under the hood, and, you know, I come from a Corvette history and Corvette shows. I've been to, you know, probably 5 or 6 Corvette shows at Texas Motor Speedway. And let me tell you, it's a completely different environment from an all Corvette show to an all Mopar show. And it's amazing, because here you can see you got the Jeeps, you got the Challengers, Chargers, there were a couple Vipers. I mean, it was really cool. This section here, I'm guessing was the non-judged section, but there were just really cool cars just lined up, several rows all the way down. And I mean, I couldn't get over the number of cars just in this section alone that were really awesome, that weren't even, I guess, not even in the judge section. But they were really cool. I mean, look at this one here. It kind of has a little fang design on the front. I don't know. I just so many ideas, and it was just awesome. Of course, you got the Papa Smurf right there. We like that car too. That was fun. This little section here of Magnums, man, really made me wish I had one. I mean, look at that wide body on the Magnums and the rims and the wraps. I mean, they were really cool. And there was a few more at the show, too. They were actually pretty rare, though. But I guess these guys may have been part of a club. But pretty cool to see the Magnums, because you don't see them a whole lot, and especially customized like that. This row of cars right here, right by the where they would drive getting to and from the track, had some really neat builds. That first one you saw was really cool, had a lot of detail on the engine bay. And then this one right here was pretty awesome, because at first I pulled up and I said, "Oh, Transformers, that's sick, Optimus Prime." But no, it's not. It's Soundwave. Someone loves Soundwave. And they had the little figures and some of the Transformers. I think I remember having that one, like a little cassette tape when I was a kid. And I thought that was so cool. Why do Optimus Prime when you can do Soundwave? That was very, very neat. And then here's some more really cool custom wraps of the Challengers. And a lot of Lambo doors on some of these things. But you know what? Everybody has their own specific tastes. And it was just really cool to see everything. And I'll tell you one thing, the sheer number of superchargers that I heard going up and down with the cars coming and going, because if you were in the show, you could pay extra and take your car around laps on Texas Motor Speedway. And I've done that. I've been doing that for 20 years at Laps for Charity with my other cars that I've had over the years. But we didn't do it this time with our Scat Pack. But there were plenty of cars going around, so the whole show, all you hear is cars running around the racetrack and then up and down the road coming, you know, to there and from there. And it just seemed like every 3 seconds there was a supercharger coming from a Hellcat. And there were Hellcat Durangos, there were Hellcat Cherokees, there were Hellcat Chargers. I mean, everything had a Hellcat motor in it. It was crazy. I felt like if I'd have pulled my Scat Pack in there, it would have been a joke. But one thing I loved about this show is the cars went from, you know, V6s all the way up to the best of the best. And the best part of that was the whole time we were there, I never heard anybody disparaging on anybody else's car. You know, the guys and gals with the Hellcats never said anything about the cars with the Scat Packs or about the regular 5.7 Hemis or the V6s. Nobody said anything about anything except for just having a good time. And that was great, because a lot of times in my experience in the Corvette world, it's not like that. Now, I got to say, I took a guilty pleasure in this Scarface car. That's pretty cool. I mean, to put that on the side of the car and the graphics, whoever designed that, and then with the wheel treatment, that, of course, on the other side of the car, you got the blood stains. That's pretty cool. I can appreciate that. I thought that was awesome. Now, all these cars lined up that we're seeing now, as far as I know, this was just the non-judge section. This is just you paid your money to be in the show, and they're just lined up. But, I mean, look at the detail on some of these cars. Like, these are show cars, and they're just out here chilling, you know. They got, some of them had their car clubs, and they're hanging out. They got tents, and just having a great time. And have some really, really nice cars out here in the non-judge section. And I guess our little old, you know, pale white knuckle Scat Pack would have fit in just fine. But a lot of these, I mean, are just unbelievable builds. And they're just having fun with their friends. And it's really cool to see. I'm telling you, the environment at this car show was quite different than what I'm used to with the All Corvette show. I love this Scream car right here. That one was really cool. What's your favorite scary movie? That's pretty awesome. One thing I thought was cool to see is a lot of these had these custom license plates. And it's funny because coming from a Corvette background, you know, like every single Corvette at a Corvette show has got a custom license plate. And some of them get pretty ridiculous. But it's pretty cool to see the creativeness that the Mopar community comes up with some of their license plates. Pretty neat. Of course, you know, I have one too, so I can't say anything. But there goes another one driving by. I mean, you had another one, and I mean, just they were letting it rip, going through that parking lot, and hearing those superchargers. Man, that sounded so awesome. Take a look at these Chrysler 300s. It was really cool because, you know, going into the show owning a Challenger, of course, I think there's just going to be hundreds of Challengers and Chargers there. But there was, it's a Mopar show. There's everything Mopar. And, you know, I'd forgotten about the 300s. And then I get there and I see the Magnums. And then you see the Jeeps and, you know, the Cherokees and the Wranglers. And it's just like, wow, there's a lot of Mopars. And they're all awesome. And so it was just really cool to be able to see every single thing. And, of course, this one here, Dallas Cowboys, go Cowboys. This group here, Underground Nation, had some cars representing, and they were really cool. I mean, check out the paint and wraps or whatever this is on these. Look at that metallic. Look how it sparkles in the sun. I mean, I was just blown away by everything. So creative, you know. It really, your imagination is the only limit, and if you can dream it, I mean, you can build it. And these Mopars of all shapes and sizes, Challengers, Chargers, 300s. I mean, it's just like, you know, they get the car that they want and then come up with an idea and then just go with it and just make something totally awesome. And it's just really, really cool to see all the different builds. Such a great time. I gotta say, I love this wicker bill or whatever it's called on this black one on the right. I lead, you follow. That's pretty slick. I like that. So check out this urban assault vehicle coming up. Gray camo, and this thing was tricked out. Look at the top. They've got guns up there. You're going to have road rage? Anybody going to get in front of you? No, I don't think so. And check out that supercharger. Of course. It seemed like everybody there had a supercharger but me. But, man, I love to hear it. And look at this setup, all in white. SRT Viper, Hellcat, and T-Rex. Wow. What a trio. So you think these guys are at their first car show? I don't think so. They've probably been building that for a while. And look how cool that is. I mean, I know it just reflects their personality, and I'm sure they have a lot of pride in these cars that they've put together. You know, not too long ago, I did a video on my channel of how much money I'd spent on my car, and of course, I thought the number was, you know, way higher than it probably should have been, just doing dumb stuff. And then you come to a show like this, and you see these guys that have spent thousands and thousands and thousands on all these modifications. I mean, look at this Jeep. This used to be a Jeep, I guess. Now it's a 6x6. So it's just crazy how much money and time people put into these beautiful cars. I mean, look at this trunk. You know, I did my video of installing a speaker box in the trunk, but it didn't look like that. That is really cool, and boy, I bet that sounds amazing. Check out this Magnum. I was there just in time and happened to be filming when he was in there purging the nitrous out from behind the hood. That looked so cool. What a beautiful car. What a beautiful setup. Here's another really cool example of things, you know, you wouldn't just think of. I mean, you know, this guy has built this car around a night. And, you know, I guess either he likes nights or has something to do with it. But it turned out really cool. I mean, look at that wrap with the night. And then under the hood, all of the stuff he's done under there. It's just really cool. I mean, like I said, your imagination is the only limit. If you can think of it, you can do it, especially with today's wraps. I mean, wraps are endless. You can just design it on a computer exactly how you want it and then put it on the car. And the next thing you know, you got a fully customized car. It's crazy. All right, now you Star Wars fans, check this one out coming up. We got Darth Vader themed car. And yeah, he's sitting there guarding it. You can look, but don't touch. Check that out, man. That was really cool. I couldn't get enough of these themed cars. They're so endless and so spirited because, you know, people just get an idea and put it on there. Look at all the sparkles on this paint. It's crazy. And that is just so cool. I mean, you know, you take your hobby just one step further. Look at the hood. Look what this guy did with the hood, the way it folded. That is so neat. I mean, there's a lot of time in something like that. Lambo doors. I mean, he just had a really cool custom creation right there. And, of course, it just keeps going. And I love this couple's T-shirts, matching T-shirts. Mopar stands for My Own Personal Adrenaline Rush. That was awesome. And I was glad to see that my son and I weren't the only ones looking like goofballs in our matching Mopar shirts. So that was pretty awesome to see that. Now look at this white knuckle Challenger wide body coming up. No, it's not mine. Even though I have its identical twin, that's not my car. But it was cool to see what mine would have looked like if it was out there on the ground with all the rest of them. Looked like it fit right in after all. Well, we're coming up near the end. We're probably about 27 minutes into this thing. So if somehow you've lasted this far looking at all these Mopars, then you are definitely in Mopar Heaven, and you are definitely a diehard Mopar fan to make it this far. And next time, maybe we'll see you out there at Texas Motor Speedway for Mopar Heaven 2024. After this, I know I'll be back for sure. Now that I know how it's laid out, I may even bring my car and park it in with the rest of the people and pay the extra money to charity to go on the laps again, because it would be fun to take the Challenger out there. Okay, well, that was Mopar Heaven. What did you think? Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
They had some cool cars. Thanks for watching.